All I see is blessings. Got no
Good morning. I have 4 ounces of water in my cup and I'm going to use some apple cider vinegar. Make sure it does have the mother in there, and that's why I'm mixing it up, because it does settle at the bottom. I put a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar and a few drops of my Trace Minerals Electrolyte mix, and I'm going to give that a quick stir. I'm also going to use a power pack from Trace Minerals. This is vitamin C with more minerals and hydration. There is some electrolytes, and it only has 1 gram of sugar, and I'm just using a little bit for the flavor. I'm going to mix that up and take my apple cider shot before I start my day. So for coffee, I have 1 cup of coffee, and I'm going to do 2 ounces of heavy cream along with some cinnamon and a little bit of my monk fruit sweetener. I put in 2 teaspoons of my monk fruit sweetener, mix that all up, and that will be my coffee. So for my first egg meal, I'm going to crack 2 eggs into this mixing bowl. I have 1/4 a cup of cheese. You can use any cheese. I believe I have Monterey Jack right now. I'm also going to add a little bit of seasoning to this. So I did add some Everything Bagel Crunch, just a few shakes of that. I'm also going to put in some organic onion powder, which I love onion powder. Add that to everything. And a little bit of my sea salt in there just for taste. Any other seasonings would probably be okay. I'm putting half of my mixture in the mini waffle maker. I'm going to let that cook, and then I'm going to put in my other half into the mini waffle maker, which gives me 2 chaffles, and I just fried up an egg, put it right on top of that chaffle, and my breakfast sandwich is good to go. I'm surprised. I have never made this before. It was really good, guys. I'm definitely going to be making this when I'm not doing the egg fast. It was a delicious breakfast. So for my second egg meal, I'm just frying up 2 eggs in a little bit of butter, and I also added in a little bit of cheese on top of the eggs, just enough to cover the whites. And that's it. That's an easy, quick egg meal. I'm going to add a little bit of hot sauce on top of there, and I'm ready to eat. For my last egg meal of the day, I am chopping up some eggs and making an egg salad. I did put some mayo, some mustard, some salt, some pepper, and I'm also going to sprinkle some paprika on it, and that will be the last meal for me today. Ended up doing a quick Costco haul this morning, and I got some butter, some Kerrygold butter. I got some chicken, some cheese wraps that I have been wanting to try, a few other things. I got some paleo turkey, a lot of things for the kids, again, because of course they're home and I need to feed them. But I ended up eating late, so I'm about 18 hours fasted right now, and I cut up some of those boiled eggs I had already cooked, and I just put some salt and Texas Pete's hot sauce on there. And then I'm going to get my fat in through my coffee, because I did stop and get a Dutch Bros coffee iced Americano with 2 ounces of heavy cream and sugar-free raspberry. So that is going to be my first meal of the second day egg fast. Now I'm also going to do an entire packet of my Power Pack Vitamin C. With this virus going around, you definitely want to have your vitamin C intake up high every day, as well as going through the egg fast. If you're well hydrated with electrolytes, you're going to feel better, and you're going to be able to get through the 3 days easy. So make sure and add in some electrolytes. I will link this specific one below. I'm not sponsored, but it is a great brand, and it really does help me feel better and keeps me well hydrated. For my egg pancakes, I have 2 eggs, 2 ounces of cream cheese. I have 1/4 a teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of sugar-free substitute, more if you have a really good sweet tooth. I'm also going to put in some cinnamon, and I did not have vanilla, but this recipe does call for 1 teaspoon of vanilla if you have it. I just gave that a quick mix with my hand blender, and then I'm going to cook these in my cast iron skillet until they're done. I just made a few of these and the finished product is so delicious. These are one of my favorite meals. I also used the Lakanto maple syrup on there. You get 1 net carb for 2 tablespoons. This stuff is really good, so I highly recommend this syrup along with these pancakes. Try them and thank me later, guys. I used the same chaffle recipe as I did in my first meal, and I just did a quick grilled cheese. My cousin gave me this idea and it was a perfect ending to the night. I woke up at 138.4 on day 3 and I'm really excited. So for my first meal of day 3, I'm going to use this cheese wrap that I found at Costco. I have seen them before, but I have never tried them. There is 1 net carb in here and there isn't a lot of ingredients, so what you see is what you get. You are supposed to either use the microwave or the oven, and I do not have a microwave, so I'm going to place mine on parchment paper for 6 minutes, and that's going to be all you need to do to cook that. I used a little bit of sour cream in my burrito and some more hot sauce, and I just rolled that up, and it was a really quick, easy meal. I will definitely be using these wraps more often, and after the egg fast, I can't wait to see the different recipes I can come up with to use these. For my soup, I have 2 cups of water with 2 tablespoons of butter. I put in some seasoning. I put in again some onion powder and some sea salt, and I'm just going to bring that to a boil. And once it's completely boiling, I'm going to drop in my eggs. They're already scrambled, and that's it, guys. You just kind of stir that around to give it your desired thickness of the eggs, and your soup is done. And of course I added in a little bit of hot sauce. I was not very hungry at this point, so I really couldn't finish the whole bowl, but it was a very simple, fast, easy alternative. The smell of the day is going to be cinnamon egg rolls that I saw on Mexican Keto Journey, and I will link her YouTube below. She has amazing meals. I have 2 ounces of cream cheese and 1 tablespoon of butter, and I'm going to mix that together. The cream cheese is all room temperature, so it can mix easier. I am going to add in 2 eggs into this mixture, and I am just going to mix that together with that same hand mixer I showed you guys earlier. And that's all for that first part. Now this is how my batter looks completely done, and I'm going to drop it into my cast iron skillet and just cook that up. I'm gonna flip it around here in a second once it looks like it's getting cooked on the bottom. I tried to flip it all the way around and I failed, but it was okay. I just spread it around and cooked it a little bit longer. Now the mixture that goes on top is going to be 1 tablespoon of butter and 1 teaspoon of sugar alternative, and I used monk fruit, and I'm just going to put that all over the pancake looking crepe as it comes out so the butter can melt. And then we're going to make the cream cheese frosting for the top. The frosting is 1 ounce of cream cheese and 1 teaspoon of your sugar-free alternative, and then you're going to roll this crepe up and cut it into slices. Mine did not come out as pretty as the ones I saw, but they'll do the trick. I just cut them up, and now I'm going to add my frosting mix on top of these, and they came out like little cinnamon roll bites. They were really delicious. Like, of everything I've had, this was gonna be my favorite. back up with a complete 5-pound drop in 3 days. I hope you enjoyed this content, guys. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. I will be back soon with another video. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.